The Joe Rogan Experience.
Bridgeport's one of the worst cities in the country. I mean, have you been to Bridgeport, Connecticut?
One of my best friends lived there.
It's fucking crazy.
Forever. He just moved recently. Shout out to Tommy Jr.
I did a gig there once, and I got chased off stage.
Oh, Jesus.
I got chased off. I remember these guys met me in New York, and I was young, so I was like, man, oh my God, the idea to make fucking whatever it was, like $1,000 on a Wednesday. I was like, oh my God, of course, yeah. So they come to see me. They're like, we want to scout you out first. So they saw me at Eastville Comedy Club and East 4th Street on a Saturday, and I couldn't have had a better set. It was one of those where I'm like, when lightning strikes in that room. And they were like, well, if you did this well here, you'll do even better in Bridgeport. I'm like, that's not how it works, by the way. So I get there, and this one guy, they're like, all right, well, this guy's the muscle. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck that means, the muscle? I was like, all right, hey, muscle, whatever. And we're getting drunk, and they're like, we can't wait to have you there. And they kept calling this guy the muscle. And I'm like, I don't know why he's called the muscle. And then I do the gig in Bridgeport, and we're having pizza before, and there's a basketball game on. We're watching basketball in the pizza shop, and he's like, I was telling some story, and he goes, yeah, it's just like when I did 2.5 years in the clink for selling coke. And I was like, what does that have to do with what I was talking about? He's like, I don't know. And I was like, is he fucking with me? I can't tell if he's fucking with me. So I remember doing the gig, and I'm kind of just doing okay. There's like a guy in the front row. He won't shut the fuck up. It's one of those where I'm like, I've put him down every clever way possible. It was a beautiful venue too. It's called the Bijou Theater, which is like they play like Casablanca in that place. This is where I'm doing comedy, you know? They put like old school movies in there. And I'm just trying to survive. I'm like 25 minutes in, like putting this guy down. He keeps coming. I'm just like, I'm out of clever shit to say. Like, you're ruining the show. And finally, I'm like, you fucking Neanderthal dumb fuck. Shut the fuck up. And then he stood up, and I was like, that's the biggest man I've ever seen. He's like 6'6" and built like a linebacker. And I'm like, I'm going to get the shit kicked out of me. God damn it. So he starts rushing the stage, and I'm like, well, someone's going to stop him. No one stops him. He gets on stage. I was like, fuck this shit. I run off stage. And I'm in the back of the room, and people are booing. I just hear booing. I'm like, why are they fucking booing me? And then I lock the door to the green room. This woman runs in with me before I lock it, and she's like, what are you doing? Like, you can't do that. I'm like, what? You want me to just get the shit kicked out of me? And she's like, you can't. That's very unprofessional to walk off stage. I'm like, unprofessional? Like, there's no security here. I'm not just going to, like, get my ass kicked. And she's like, fuck, like, no, you got to get back out there. And I was like, fuck you, fuck this city. And they're booing so loud when I say that. I'm holding a cordless mic. They hear everything I'm saying to her. I sound like the biggest coward. I am hated in Bridgeport right now. They're booing the shit out of me. 8 minutes is the longest 8 minutes of my life. He finally leaves, and I went back out and did the last 30 minutes to fucking silence.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Connecticut is rough, man, because there's no hope in Connecticut. There's a thing. There's like really rich people.
That should be their state motto.
There is no hope because it's not a real state. It's
right.
a highway between New York and Boston.
True.
That's what it is. And the cities there, like Hartford, come on. It's barely a city. It's a few insurance buildings, and it's weird.
That downtown area ain't pretty. It's rough.
Chappelle bombed there. That's
well,
how you
that
know
was like
that.
the infamous.
Yeah,
that was
the
like
infamous
the
bomb.
set.
When I saw that, I go, "Oh, he's in Connecticut." I tell everybody, it's the worst fucking place to do. I haven't done stand up in Connecticut in 15 years.